pull out. Today we're leaving. We were going to leave Thursday, but the weather is coming in a real bad storm coming in. So I'm just hoping we'll get round. The plan is that we sail around to Hoyle Bank, moor there overnight, and then sail into the moorings in the mooring at Thurston. And we'll keep you updated as we go. Hopefully the weather stays as it is now. Beautiful sunshine, although I can see clouds slowly encroaching on us. And then that's it really. Denny's crew again, good old reliable crew, and we'll hopefully be able to get out. Just been trying to contact Liverpool Marina for the lock times, but we need to leave close to high water as possible, and then we've got about an hour and a bit to get up the Mersey to get through the rock channel. We'll see how all that goes really, and that's it for now. Well, so far we've made 4 calls to the Marina lock. It's a very poor signal. We just might be out of their way at the moment, but I've tried it with the main radio and this radio, and we're not having much success, so I don't know what's happening really.
Marina lock, how we doing?
We're waiting to lock out.
We're waiting to go.
They can't seem to hear us on the radio. They can't hear us on the radio for some strange reason. Yeah, 3 times we've tried contacting them on the radio, and we're not getting very far, but we know we can go out at 25 past 3, so we'll be heading for that lock. I'm Sea Lord here. I've been told to contact you. Can you give us a ring back as soon as possible? We're waiting to go out on this tide. We've got a very narrow window. Over. We have been refused to leave by the lock gates, the lockkeeper, and told to ring the Marina office. After 3 attempts, I got absolutely nowhere. Have you pressed the red button on the top? Oh, it's alright. No. You recorded?
Yes. Yep.
Might have to endorse all this stuff. Hi, sorry young man. I'm doing my best here. I've contacted
can you put them cones outside just in case
I've
we can't get
contacted
out?
the lock gates. They're not allowing me out apparently. That's why they're not answering. Why don't you just say we can't answer, you know, come to the office. Anyway, I'm trying to contact the office. I can't.
I'll ring it in
Is
about
there
an hour.
any number you've got I can get
Stick them out
through
as
to the
soon as you
office
can.
without? Because I'm waiting to go
Alright, for
out.
that.
Right. Okay, I'll try that. Alright then, thanks Andy. So. say contact the marina office, I can't contact the marina office. Do you want to hold on to this? Marina lock, this is Sea Lock, over.
The person at extension 1000. Marina lock, this is Sea Lock, over.
Just tell me heading to the lock.
Not going to do this. By the time he wants a payment, not going to happen, is it?
Not unless you tell them we're heading for the lock and they'll sort it out when there's somebody in that office, because there's nobody in the office.
Well, I'm trying to, well, you just heard me, I've tried to contact them twice. This is Roy Sheriff on Sea Lock. I'm trying to contact the office immediately, but there's no answer. This is my third call now with different numbers. Are you on the marina? Are you on the marina channel? Can you hear us calling? Sea Lock, no. Marina lock. No.
Marina lock, press your message.
Yeah, this is Sea Lock again, Sea Lock. I'm trying to contact the office, there's no answer from the phone. I've tried all the numbers and there's no answer. Over.
Can we have this lock out?
Why is our radio not working? Where's this?
Yes, Marina lock, the next lock in a few minutes, I'm going to open up.
Yeah, marina lock, this is Sea Lock.
You just said we can lock out.
Oh, go on then, yeah, we're heading for the lock now, thanks very much, over.
You just said we can lock out.
I thought he just said he's going to open it.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he was talking to them.
No. You said Sea Lock.
Did he? Hello, we go in before Matilda, yeah?
Hey?
We go in before Matilda.
Don't know.
The camera's still running here.
Yeah, no. You can switch it off for a sec. Just for topple. I've just been up to the marina, paid the full month now, told them I will be pulling out. Obviously I need to write to them.
Celtic Green, this is Kraken. Do you want to go in first? Over. Yes, please, if that's okay with you. Over. Absolutely, sir. Off you go.
As per their instructions, And fortunately Chloe came in, so I was explaining to Chloe. Chloe said, I told her I wrote to her, she said she hasn't got any emails. Mark said he had tried to phone me. There's my recent phone calls. All the ones in black are me ringing out. It should be in red if he tried to phone me. There is no messages, as you can see down the bottom there. There's no messages at all. So why didn't he leave a message? And he said he tried to phone me a couple of times because he heard what was going on the radio. Well, if he heard what was going on the radio, why didn't he radio me? When I asked that question, he said it was data protection, he can't discuss things. He didn't have to discuss it. All he had to do is say ring at this time and he'll answer the phone. But no, none of that. I paid anyway. I paid and I will write to them terminating my contract for 30 days, even though I hope to be out here as soon as possible, which is what I told him last time. Take two with Martin, my beautiful assistant here, trying to leave the marina, and we're going to see whether we can make the lock gate and hopefully be on our way back to Thurston with a bit of luck. It's now 10:09 and we're just about to leave the dock. Rudder's down, okay. Alright, just leaving Blue Point now. The anchor alarm, which I didn't know was on. Didn't know it had an anchor alarm. I hate these things. I need to set that. We notified Marine lock.
They just put the green light on now. Now you know the golden rule is never jump onto a pontoon, don't you? Step onto it, never jump.
The bridge rises. It's now 10:22. Entering the Mersey now. It's the third pace on the Mersey, and we'll get a handle on what she's like. Right. well on the Mersey at the moment. Can you let that keel down to full now, just very slowly? Well, as per usual, we've drifted back a long way. Engine's not quite flat out, but we're certainly not making any headway. We've put the sail up and we've made some headway, but the wind is dead on the nose. It's typical, you know. But yeah, otherwise it's all right. It's getting quite busy now. The tide should be turning soon.
So Cormorant,
And we should be away.
crazy, quick there, Francesco. I can't move out of your way very quick.
I think we'll turn before we'll tack again. We have the cathedral in the background. Both the cathedrals. We're carrying that up. It's calming down a bit now, and we're just doing 3.1 knots. It'll take us a while though, unfortunately. Been going for nearly 2 hours now, just over 2 hours, and we're just about passing the Liver buildings. That's the force of the Mersey for you. We've got the tide with us now. Unfortunately, the wind is still head on the nose, but we're making some reasonable headway. We're doing 5.7 knots now, and with a bit of luck, we'll be able to cross the rock channel as soon as we get there. But we're going to be pushing it. Still gusting 20 to 19 knots of wind, a bit more than we wanted, and it's still on the nose. And we've been sailing for now nearly, it's 12:30, coming up to 12:15. Oh, 12:15. So we've been out there nearly 2 hours now. Because of taking so long to get up here, we decided to sail right out the Mersey now. Obviously, it's still not good. We've still got the wind against us. And the waves, obviously, the further out you get in the Mersey, the stronger the winds, because it's wind against the tide anyway. So the waves are becoming quite choppy now. But yeah, not the sail we wanted, but it's the sail we've got. Decided to take the foresail down now, because we're literally heading right into wind, and we're making less progress going side to side than we are just motoring up and going with the tide, really. So we're just going with the tide at the moment. As I say, wind against tide, fairly choppy, not nice sail at all. Martin's doing all the work. Just passing Grodesby Beach now, the Gormley statues. and one of the pork cans on the way in. Got a long way to go out there now, all the way unfortunately, to miss this training wall, because there's a training wall that goes right along here and we can't get across. Now coming out to just up to 3 hours now being out, and still quite rocky. Not a big swell, but still bouncy, because we're still wind against tide, and the tide's pushing us. We're now only doing 3.5 knots, not a lot. As I say again, it's no use sailing because the wind is dead on the nose, and we need to clear the Mersey and then we should be able to sail. We should have a reasonable beam reach all the way back, but we'll find out when we get there. Know me, the wind will change again, it will be against me again. But, steadily going past Crosby Beach now. One of the pilot boats coming in, and there's the wind farm. Interestingly enough, there's a channel just there by that cardinal where the training wall ends, and but there's a big sandbank there, and it's a bit too narrow. Not knowing it, I'd like to see it in calmer waters when we can just go there at leisure, but with the wind being against us and quite a big swell really, I think it's best if we just continue to the end, to the bar lightship, and sail out that way. We're under sail, we've been under sail for a while now, just to help really the engine. The engine's neutral, but I'm leaving it on because you've got to run downstairs, switch it off, run downstairs, switch it on. So it's best just to leave it ticking over. But we're just sailing, basically. We're sailing.
Marine Fire 1, this is Holyhead Coast Guard, channel 16, over. 1, Marine Fire 1. This is Holyhead Coast Guard, channel 16, over.
I see no ships, says he, as we look through the window. Oh, there it is. That's 1452. It's approaching. Oh, there it is again. And here it is again, going past us at 1454. Things move fast on the Mersey. Just coming up to 1520, nearly 5 hours now on the water. We've cleared the Mersey, we're going down the wind farm now. And then as soon as we pass the wind farm, we'll be turning to starboard and heading for Hoyle Bank, which we should be there, I don't know, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, I would imagine. Yeah, that's so useful, isn't it? Now we're now on 4.6 knots of wind. Now that we could do with some wind, we're going with the wind. It's now down to 4.6 knots, where before we had between 19 and 22 knots of wind against us. So yeah, that's sailing for you. Interesting, the boat's behaving quite differently at the moment, mainly because we're close to the generators. I think it's because of the turbulence caused, and there could be some underground currents as well turning around. But it's a really interesting nose, because we're doing well. As soon as we get near these, the whole boat shift changed, and I'm pulling further away from them just to make sure I don't get dragged into them. But yeah, interesting feel going past them. Hadn't noticed that before, but then again, I've not been this close before. Martin's now enjoying the sun.
Enjoying the sunshine.
Coming into the moorings now. West Kirby moorings on the port side there. And we're heading, it's very difficult to see with the GoPro, but we're heading direct down for the Caldy Curb. There is curve in this, but I think we've got enough water to go straight down now. There are two buoys, I don't know whether you can see them, there are two buoys just out there that we need to follow. They're the banks, so we need to be close to those really. But there should be another one which indicates an S bend, but I can't see that at the moment. And so that's it basically. We're just heading down to Caldy Steps. If you keep roughly aiming for the Caldy Steps, you'll be fine. You just need to watch the depths, and then when you get closer to the Caldy steps, you'll see other buoys which lead you down roughly parallel with the fishing boats. And once you level with the fishing boats, not parallel, once you level with the fishing boats, then you can turn to starboard and just follow right down the channel. It's usually deep enough by then anyway, by the time you got in. And I don't think we should be. We've been on the port side of that, but
you see there's a
I
black
think it
one
should be
there.
on the starboard side. Yeah, there is a black one over there. That's where I say, I think, yeah, that one we shouldn't be by it, so head more that way. I mean, the main thing is just keep the Caldy curve coming at you, you know, the Caldy steps, I should say. Yeah, it's from the point of air to the Caldy steps is the line. So the point of air is over there. So you take a line from that. So keep heading to port really. Yeah, there's the Caldy Curve buoys there. Yeah, so we were way over. That's so misleading, those buoys there. Yeah, so as he says, if you take a line from the point of air straight to the Caldy steps, that's roughly the line you want to be on to come into the channel. And we're getting deeper now. It's going up to 1.2 meters, gone from 1 meter up to 1.2, 1.3 now. Back to 1.2. Approaching all the fishing boats now and our moorings. It's been nice. Would have been nice to have wind. Having said that, the wind is dead on the nose. Again, what wind we do have? 4.7 knots of wind, and it wouldn't have helped us, but it's always good to have a little sail before, while you're waiting to come in, instead of motoring around. And speed up when you need to, obviously, because you need steerage. You won't get steerage if you're not under power. Someone's going out on their cat by the looks of it.
That's far now.
No, that's Atlas T. Ashlar's on the far side. If you go round that side, it's deeper. So go to the port side, watch this buoy.
Yeah, I've got it.
You can see the buoy?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
I go around the back of that boat though, I get straight on it then.
Yeah.
Be a bit tight otherwise.
Well, don't forget, you won't get round, you'll have to go round this way.
That way.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit deep. If you start turning now,
What, to this one?
sorry, yeah, turn round the back of this one. Because you're going to get shallow here. Give it more revs. Give it more revs. That's it. Now aim for the buoy. Don't go side on.
Yeah, in a minute.
Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down.
We on it?
Not yet. Dead ahead. Got it. Okay.
What?
Take off the power.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
Is it out of gear?
I think so, yeah. Looks like so. You alright?
Yeah.
Bridgefire 1 Holiday Coast Guard, Channel 0, standby over.
It's awkward with the engine.
Aiming up there.
That should be alright. Can't do that with the anchor on.
Pardon?
You can't do with the anchor on.
You want to come and help, yeah?
You're alright, no, it's alright at the moment.
Yeah, I'll come and give you a lift.
No, it's done.
Oh, you've got it?
Just- Yeah,
Oh, you're on the mooring?
yeah.
Alright.
It's just with the anchor buoy, it won't work.
The motor up with it.
Yeah, yeah. Got it. Come now. Yeah, it's hard work with the anchor there.
Yeah.
To do with doing something about that really. I don't know quite what.